Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Starter Base series. I'm Twix2,
And I'm Equal Play.
and together we are Curious Gamers. And today we have one of the easiest starter bases you can possibly do.
And particularly good if you're on a PvP server or somewhere where you just want to hide out a little bit.
I've not made it particularly hidden, but you could make this hidden.
Well, you've got craters everywhere with that, hey, look, I'm over here.
Oh yeah, I like to add a little bit of story to my build. So this is a semi-hidden bunker base, which is a great idea for a starter base because it's safe, it's easy, and it doesn't take too many resources. But I wanted to add a little bit of story, so I wanted there to be a reason that there's a bunker, which is why there's craters everywhere.
So one of the things I really love about this sort of build is how it's modular and it can grow as you need. But one of the things you will need is a whole bunch of materials.
So when I came up for the idea for this bunker, I knew I wanted to build it into a gigantic mountain. So I found a gigantic mountain.
Luckily, there's quite a few of those around now.
There is. And I was initially going to start it in that snowy bit, but I soon changed my mind, decided I actually wanted to build it in this green bit over here. Because it had a flat section on the front, which was perfect for the entrance to a hidden bunker or a bunker or any base that is built into a mountain.
Yeah, I think the location was a really good choice.
And then obviously the first thing I had to do was gear up, which meant I needed to go caving.
Oh, I love caving in the new 1.18. So what was your main focus in this area?
I mostly needed iron and coal, because I needed a lot of lanterns for this build.
Coal is surprisingly an important resource at this point in the game.
It is. So I was lucky I found a mine shaft. I didn't really use much else out of the mine shaft, but it is a good source of wood.
It is, the whole trees don't grow underground generally, so yeah, nice wood. Well, unless of course you want something that's not oak. So as I can see here, you off on your travels for what? Spruce?
I collected most of the woods and I didn't actually use them. I ended up using oak and spruce and birch, but I didn't use the dark oak that I specifically collected.
Oh, that is your favourite.
It is.
So one of the things with me, a bunker is often very manufactured, very made. So there's often quite a lot of brickwork involved.
Yeah, so you could have made this base out of anything you wanted. You could have clad it in wood or concrete or whatever. I chose stone and a mixture of brick and then some variations around that for texture because I wanted it to feel very industrial.
So the brick in Minecraft is actually surprisingly difficult to make. So how do you go about that?
Well, the most efficient way is by trading with masons, but early game that's pretty difficult to do because they've got to get really quite high level trades. And this was the first thing I was building in this Minecraft world. It's the first thing. So I actually went and just found a swamp and dug up a load of clay.
So how does clay become bricks?
You then get clay balls, which you smelt in a furnace, which become bricks, and then you make the bricks into blocks.
Nice, easy process then.
It's quite laborious, especially when you need quite a bit. But that's why I mixed it with stone. So the bunker is predominantly stone brick, and I just added in some brick for giving that idea rather than building the whole thing out of brick. Also, the whole thing out of brick would have been too much. It's not one of my favourite blocks in the game.
That's quite overpowering, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then off on your adventures and sand.
Sand, because I needed to make concrete, which wasn't for the inside of the bunker. This was for my craters on the outside. I needed a lot of brown tones, and sand makes brown concrete.
Well, yeah, sand, gravel, and a dye colour. So
Yes.
brown. What? Just brown is one of the most annoying dyes to get.
It is, so I did go off on that. But on my way to the jungle, I did find a mesa, a Badlands biome, and brown terracotta is also a really nice texture.
Yeah, and that's really handy.
Then I also nipped off, which isn't in this replay because the replay failed, but I also nipped off to the nether and got some soul sand.
Just like that, just as you do. It just popped into the nether for a few minutes and got
Popped
some
into the
soul
nether.
sand.
I actually didn't pop into the nether for a few minutes. I had to pillar out for ages. So I'm really sad that replay didn't get through.
goes to show the lengths that you can go to get the right blocks for your vision.
Yeah, and I probably only used like 10 of the things. So this is me finally realising I needed brown dye, and there was only one place to get brown dye.
Yeah, that would be the jungle.
That'd
You
be the
need the
jungle.
cocoa beans.
Yeah. But then that was it. That was actually all the materials I needed to get. I knew I was going to get the majority of the stone just by digging. So it was actually pretty easy from here on out. But at this point, I'm ready to build.
Yay! So yeah, definitely looking forward to see what you do.
Well, the first thing I had to do was level off the area that I knew I needed. And then start digging. Because this is the beauty about this sort of basis. You just find an area you like and you just start digging into the side of it. And like, I had no plan going into this. Like, normally when I do these videos, I have a build and I have it ready to go and I've designed it. This I just built.
So what I love about these is the simplicity of it. Like, you've gone in and you've just dug a big hole.
I just dug a big hole and I kept it simple and easy. And I wanted, like, the first thing you need to do when you have a starter base, you need a room that is safe and has the things you need in it. That's what this is. I built a square room. I put birch on the ceiling is what I used to keep it light and not feeling too oppressive. And then I stone bricked the walls and then textured it with a variety of brick and stuff.
So yeah, you can see the brick coming in here then. That was the importance of that clay that you went and got earlier to break this up.
Yeah, and then I used deep slate on the floor because I wanted it to feel grounded on the floor, so like it was a sturdy building, but like not too dark and oppressive at the top. So I used light colours at the top and dark at the bottom.
Oh, that's a really clever use of colour there. I also love how it's not just about a functional base. You know, putting in a little sofa and a little table and chairs. Like, you've made it feel like it's livable space.
Yeah, so that's the room you're kind of living in until you build the rest of your base. So it's got a little tiny bit of storage. It's got a bed, and it's got your crafting blocks and furnaces and stuff. But it's also a little bit pretty because it's just going to be the entrance to your base at some point in time. And then I moved on to start digging out the other bits that I wanted in a starter, which this bit is going to be the farm.
So I really like that you did like levels to denote the areas, not just rooms, but there's also like those stairs down and then stairs up again. And that's just a really nice and adding a little bit more interest.
Yeah, so I wanted it to feel like if you look at a plan of a bunker, like in real life, that they've all these different levels and they're up and down and interesting, but depending on what you're doing. So like the living area, I wanted it to be like near the entrance at one level. That was kind of the nice welcoming area. And then as you go down, you get into the more functional areas, which was the farm that we just built. And this is going to be a storage room.
I do like a good storage room.
You like this storage room.
So again, you've gone with the same floor and ceiling throughout?
Yes. Same floor and ceiling throughout. I mean, as your base grows, and if you want different rooms that have different feels, you can add different things in. I died a few times falling through holes into caves.
I did wonder how many cave systems you bumped into, because they are just everywhere. In 1.18, like, oh yeah. So do beware of those while you're just digging random holes.
Yeah.
Did you really just dig the hole and fall in it?
I did. I just dug the hole and fell right down, and there was 3 creepers waiting for me and a horde of zombies. Yeah, same feel, but this time I used more brick and more. As I got to the lower levels, I started using more brick and more damaged blocks to make it feel like you're on a different level.
I really like that feeling, like you've got that solid brick behind this then veneer. So where the stone brick is like just a thin layer in front behind these solid bricks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like that. Oh, I really like this storage. I mean, is it a storage or is it a wine collection?
It could be either. It could be either. It's very much storage, but then I wanted to think of, like, if you think of a bunker storage, there would be lots of those metal shelves you get in real life. Mixed with...
that's what they were.
Yeah. So they're shelving racks, which you just put all of your stuff on.
That does make a lot of sense. Yeah. Now you've said that, I can totally see it. Whereas when I first walked in, it was just like, oh, wine racks. But I think that probably says more about my head space and what I like.
Let's face it, you don't think about nuclear bunkers very often.
No, this is true.
But wine.
I really This is the lifestyle that I keep. I really liked that little functional zone that you put in there, in with your storage as well.
Yeah, so you can craft and you can do everything you need to right where all your storage is. Then I got onto the magic room. So I wanted this to feel elevated again. So I dug stairs up because magic is that kind of higher level. So I wanted that feeling of you going up to do the magic.
Oh, so you've got all your cows and things, you're going down, and then for the magic and the crafting and the things that's going up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really, again, interesting use of space to give an impression and tell that story of the culture and the things that you're going for.
Yeah. And that room just holds the portal and all your magic stuff, so brewing and things like that.
Yeah, and that looks really nice, very functional, very, very sleek, but also you could add decoration. Like, it's this wonderful canvas that you can do so much with.
Yes. And this is what I love about this style of base, is you can just keep building. Like, if you want extra bits, you build extra bits. If you need another room, then you build another room. You just dig.
And of course, all the free resources you get while doing that.
Yes. But then it came to the outside. So this is the bit which is completely unnecessary, but I did it anyway. So I built an outside bunker using brick in that kind of style you often see of bunkers dug into the side of places.
I will go with whatever you've said because I, again, cannot really say I've seen a lot of bunkers.
And then I added a road, and then I wanted to add the story, which is what I do next, of why are people running, why do you need to live in a bunker? And I thought, well, if you're being attacked by something, there'd be evidence of that. So I craters, and because I use campfires and magma blocks to make it feel like it's still burning and stuff.
So this is where a lot of those browns that you went and got specially to tell this story, and this is about the integration of your build into this world, this story, this universe.
Yeah, rather, because I prefer, I don't like just plonking a build somewhere and going, hey, look, here's a bunker. I always want there to be a reason. I want it to be integrated and it to feel like it should be there.
Yeah, and then of course you got to get your livestock in.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait for you to show me around our new home.
Let's go and have a look.
Ooh, nice easy entrance there.
So yeah, you could, if you wanted to put like a redstone door in, would probably make more sense. I mean, technically that is a redstone door, but you know what I mean, a proper one.
One where, I don't know, zombies can't just walk in?
Yeah, that one like that.
Oh, look at the little doggies. Oh, and really handy storage as you come in.
Yeah. This base is all about storage and practicality.
Well, you know me, I like my practicality, but you have managed to make it feel nice, airy. And yeah, if you actually lived here, the height is amazing.
Yeah, it is, and you could do so much more with this. But yeah, I just made.
I love the little mezzanine.
Yeah, we've got a little. And then this, I wanted like that feeling of having bunks. So if in a proper bunker situation, you probably have 5 or 6 beds. But,
yeah.
We're living here, so.
Again, just very, very sleek, very functional, but also everything you need if you just need to pop back, grab something, do stuff, and then go.
Yeah.
Ooh. Then you've got, like, choices.
You have.
Yeah. Oh, look at the sheeps. Oh, the wool farm.
That's our wool farm.
Very important of the colours, naturally.
Yes.
And then you've got everything you could want in here. So you've got your
yeah.
cows, got your chickens.
So you, if you were actually
wow.
making this like more of a semi-permanent base rather than a starter, you'd probably make this room much bigger.
Well, again, that's the great thing about this is all you have to do is like tear down this wall and expand whenever you need.
Yeah, or you would fill this with like a sugarcane farm and a wheat farm, stuff like that, and a redstone ones.
Yeah.
However you like to play. I prefer manual farms. I find them quite satisfying.
And so many lanterns.
Yeah, so there's so many lanterns in this room because I needed the light for the crops to grow.
Okay.
If I just had the lights in the ceiling, some of them wouldn't have grown. So you do need to watch your
Ah.
light levels when you are planting stuff underground.
And this was the all-important iron that you got.
Yes. I needed a lot of lanterns.
Yeah, hold on.
Which again,
A
you can
lot
get
of
through trading,
grinding.
which is actually a better way of getting them, but this is early game, so
Yeah.
we were
Yeah, I
making them.
noticed you don't have any villagers, but again, just knock down a bit of wall and then expand through and
Yeah,
job
you can have a
done.
trading hall down here.
Again, I love your little seating.
Yeah.
Little tables, having a bit of a chat around the glow of the enchanting table.
Again, whenever I build a room, I like to think, well, how would someone actually use it? Like if they were living here, not playing a game here. And
Yeah,
like
so
you'd have a table next to the bit with the bookshelves and
yeah, this would be like your reading nook and doing research to find new magics, I guess.
yeah.
And plenty of storage for all of your brewing. 'cause
Yeah,
that
I
actually
managed to
takes
find
us
one brewing
surprisingly.
stand. Otherwise, I imagined that this would be full of brewing stands, but I found one,
Again,
so it's not.
Expandable. It's the random crafting tables everywhere that I love.
You need a crafting table in every room.
Oh, definitely.
This is the
And this
wine
is
cellar.
the total not wine cellar. Yeah, you can see that shelving look now,
Yeah.
and I like the fact that you can see through it. It's giving more sense of space.
Yeah, so it
Whereas
doesn't
if-
feel
if-
too and
Yeah, if you filled these bits in, it would be really quite enclosed.
yeah.
Again, your tall ceilings that you've clearly put effort into digging all of this out really helps with that feeling that even though we're in a mountain, it's a big
Yes.
space.
It is, and that's actually the largest part of this build is the digging, especially because I did manage to enchant a diamond pick. I was quite lucky with diamonds, and I did get efficiency 4 from the enchanting table,
That was lucky.
so I did manage to make it a little bit easier.
Oh yeah, that was good. And then your little useful area.
Yeah, that's all the things you might need when but next to your storage.
And then of course the all important mine shaft.
Yeah. I actually did very little mining. I did a little bit, but I actually did it over there, not over here. So I did a little bit of mining, but not very much for this build because I knew I was getting most of my resources from just digging out the rooms.
I was gonna say, after digging all this out, did you really need much more?
Yeah.
I mean, other than 1.18, you now need to dig at specific levels for specific things.
Mm.
So yeah, but for your base build, everything you need just near the surface.
Yeah. I got loads of iron and coal in the end. That's it. That's our little starter base.
Yeah, I love it. So I think you've done an amazing job of this build. Like, I love how the rooms are big, they're airy. Your use of colour to because it accentuates the scale of the rooms, like making them feel taller area. And I think that's really clever. I think it'd be interesting to try it in different colour schemes to get just the change of colour, different feels that you can get.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you wanted something darker and like more sinister feeling, you could definitely use like deep slate or blackstone instead and get a very different feel. Or for more comforting, like use wood. If you clad the walls in wood, then it would feel much more homely and comforting.
Yeah, and I love that. Just a change of materials makes such a change of feel to the same build. But I also really like your use of that combination of functional but form. So it looks nice, but it's also quite bare bones. And it's a nice, easy starter base that's very functional for a lot of people, but still having a lot of potential and scope for some really dramatic and wonderful architecture in Minecraft. How do you guys feel about building your base in basically underground? Is that your favourite, or do you prefer your builds to be out in the open?
So thank you for watching. We hope you like this video and we hope you like the bunker. Let us know your thoughts on this build or anything similar. If you want to show us any versions of this build, then we have a Discord, or you can find us on Twitter. And of course, if you want to see more like this, give us a like and subscribe. And if you ring that bell, you will get notified when we release a video.
Yeah, so we look forward to hearing from you in the future.
Bye.
Bye.